So questions on core strength. I think there are questions.
So if you want to read questions, so Raghav, it was definitely what I can say, immense wisdom.
Thank you so much.
This particular topic. So really thanks for that. And there are questions. So Pradeep, you want to read the questions because I don't know. I just
Yeah, quickly I will go through it. I'll go through it quickly. Yes, asana for core strength muscle will do. What food for muscles you recommend? Okay, first food is that your your everyday eating is good. Do not go for any kind of protein source by yourself. Always go to doctor for any protein source. Otherwise, don't take that. Otherwise, our core strength itself, the definition of core strength itself will actually go for toss. Because if you take a protein, body will get a easy protein and body will absorb the protein very easily, and core strength of body to absorb the protein even from the grass, you will lose that. Don't do that. But the best way is you can have soybean, you can have sprouts, you can have the whey, you can have the buttermilk, and you can have bhakri, nachni, you can have the jawar, okay, and also you can have a milk. That can definitely help you, but don't take any protein source unless and until you can connect with your doctor, right? And fruits, very important. Fruits, yes. Asana for core strength. Then how many rounds of sun salutation to be done? Shubhangi ji has done 1001, right? So it is up to you. What is your core strength permits? How to overcome stiffness of different joints due to old injuries? Say for example, skid of two-wheeler. Yes. See this? Skidding from two-wheeler. Okay, from cycle. Okay. So the first thing is that eat less sugar or consume the sugar when you have injury, right? When you get scared, you get a problem. Do not forcefully do any asana for that, but at the same time do not keep it at one position. Move that, okay? Move that. If you move those portions slowly, you will find slowly give strength to it, slowly give weight to it, but don't give any artificial weight. Give the body weight, okay? Do the body natural yogasan, and you will find that your joints will definitely get better. And then you do yogasan, okay? If you have, say for example, wrist problem, if you have, and you are directly doing mayurasan to get the strength of the wrist, no, the answer is wrong, right? First you should do the simple asanas, okay? After that you should do the Garudasan, then you do cow pose, okay? Gomukhasan. Slowly you increase, and then you will get, one day automatically you will find that you can have a strength of your Mayurasan or Vrishchikasan. How to handle / remove lactic acid buildup in muscles? Okay, very good question, Alex. I'm sure you are coming from biochemistry background. Yes, very good. The question is like this: lactic acid, it is actually in our cell. The lactic acids get formed as a result of anaerobic respiration or metabolism in the cell, okay? When the lactic acid is accumulated, our muscle cells, they get fatigue. What Alex is coming from, this is the question. How to remove that? Very important point. Number one point is that the muscle cells should get massage. Number 1. Number 2, they should get the external stimulus like a warm water bath. Number 3, they should be given a time in between, because it is a natural tendency of the blood definitely to go everywhere, wipe off our metabolites. So blood flow is the key for taking out, dispersing this lactic acid. Those people who actually just do one Surya Namaskar and then they get tired because of lactic acid. Their muscles get tired because of lactic acid secretion. So better to give time, better to give some stimulant, better to have the massage, right? By any oil, especially if almond oil is there, very good. Okay, better to keep them warm, better not to take it to the very high temperature also, right? And one more point is, you will find that this is again not on Google or any research paper, this is with the experience. Try to have Sakumbhak Pranayam, you will get lot of strength. How it works on lactic acid, that is not known, but you will find that this will increase your sustenance of lactic acid or removal of lactic acid, because our body get a kind of stimulus which will give us lot of strength. Either you can sustain the lactic acid secreted, or you can remove the lactic acid. Removal of lactic acid is only blood flow. You increase the blood flow, lactic acid will be definitely removed. Very good question. I think this question should give the highest amount of marks till now. After a long time I got this question. Good question. So thank you so much, Alex. How to increase the hand strength? Very simple. Hand strength, start with the Surya Namaskar. What do you do? Hand strength, you just do one small push-up, keeping your hands very near. Slowly increase your distance of hands. Lastly, you can keep it hands like this way, and in Bhujangasana position you can have dips and check it. Mayurasana, Vrishchikasana, Urdhva, what you can say, inverted pose, standing on hands. They are some of the asanas where you can increase your hand strength. Okay, but apart from that, never forget to do along with this Garudasana or Gomukhasana, the cow pose, because that will give you flexibility along with it. Thank you so much. It is very informative. Thank you Srinivas-ji. Fat switch and headache again. Okay, fat switch and headache, very simple. Your ability to get the energy from fat when the glucose depleted, that is a fat switch. But if that switch is not so easy, then your body gives stimulus to your brain to get throbbing, and that cause headache, right? What type of food should be taken for breakfast, lunch and dinner while concentrating on weight loss as a daily vitamin and protein intake? Some suggestions. Sure. See, first of all, go for low carb, low fat or good fat. Walnut is a good fat, and definitely you go for some food like which is more proteinous, like sprouts, jawar, bajri in only cold season, nachni, or then go for the decanted water of dal. Okay, do not go for any kind of besan or maida, white flour, or any kind of sweet or high glycemic index food. As a rule, you should not go for fat and carb simultaneously, like jalebi. Most dangerous. When fat and high glycemic index carb, they come together, it is a kind of disaster, right? Let's go to, after complete night sleep, I feel like my body need rest. Yes, very good question. Varshaji, the body need rest because body doesn't need rest. It is like a continuation body needs. Body has inertia. Body always try to be in that state of motion which it has. It's a inertia. It's a Newton's second law. So when you wake up, you have to wake up very slowly. First thing to wake up is just to open your eyes and do nothing. For almost 30 seconds, just open your eyes and see in a zero. Do not think anything. Just see in a zero. And then you sit for a minute. Keep your eyes open for a minute. I'm saying 60 seconds. It's a very big time. In this 60 seconds, you will find your blood pressure will actually changes. Your blood flow changes. First, think of what are the thoughts you had when you just wake up, and after 1.5 minutes, you'll find will not now would like to sleep again. Then slowly start your day with a very simple standing, keeping yourself there for a minute. Walk very slowly. Keep your eyes open, and you will find if you increase this kind of activities in the morning slowly till 5 minutes, almost 5 minutes, when you increase this activity, you will get now your brain get actually positively affected, and you will feel that no, I should not sleep now. The best way to start increasing your metabolism is rub your palms. Rub your palms. That is the best way to start, right? Increasing metabolism. Even Pradeep ji as well as Shubhangi ji, they will start with this very simple thing, Sukshma Yoga. So Sukshma Yoga is actually a transition, right? And apart from that, if you are Kapha Pradhan, definitely these tendencies are very high in cold. Okay, so we have to have in our body the balance of Tridosh. So next one, I think mother has severe joint pains and calf muscle pains due to increase in uric acid levels. She is in medication. However, there is any yogasana to help her heal? This is a very specific question. It has, believe me, a 1 hour answer. There are many yogasana. There are many techniques by which this is done. You ping me on my number. My number is there, and definitely I'll just give you the person who got rid of this, right? And you can get the best remedy from the horse's mouth. Sir, we can do Nadi Shodhan in Shavasana sleeping position. This is a combination question from Venuji. Can we do Nadi Shodhan in Shavasana or sleeping position? So definitely for Nadi Shodhan, you will have to breathe in by one nostril and breathe out by another nostril. So see, the purpose of Nadi Shodhan is different. Okay, people do combinations of Yogasana and Pranayam. That is okay, perfectly fine. The purpose of Nadi Shodhan is a balancing of your brain. Balancing of your brain should be when the brain is active. Correct? Purpose of Shavasana is to relax your brain, not balance your brain even. Just relax your brain. So those purposes are different. Correct? But of course, if you do Nadi Shodhan with sleeping, there won't be any effect. Okay? Definitely there will be a good out of it, but the purpose won't be served properly, right? So it's a good question. It's a combination question, and this kind of question actually appears always in our brain. Doing yoga from last 2 months and still body is not flexible enough. In the morning still body is stiff when wake up. Dear friends, I am doing yoga from probably 2 decades and still in the morning body is stiff. Okay. so I'm not different. Okay. Please, body is always stiff. Okay, this Panchamahabhut has everything which is very, very much like a kuda kachra. You have to make it temple, right? So body is always stiff. So you have to just start the Sukshma Yoga, and believe me, those things which are very very precious, there you won't get it in 2 days, right? It needs lot of time, and that's why it has more importance. So please go on. You will definitely get someday that your body is light, and moreover, when you actually shift to yogasan and pranayam, both sub kumbhak pranayam, your body will be light and you will jump up and down very easily. And there are some times when you will find that whether you sleep for 2 hours or 3 hours, it doesn't matter for you. Okay, whether you eat or not, it also doesn't matter for you. That also kind of thing is there. So Sukshma Yoga, she feels better. That is very good. Gaurav is asking some reason for this. Reason for this is very simple. Again, when our body is at a supine position, it has a blood flow is slow. Definitely, our blood pressure is low, and when actually we start our body, the starting has definitely like a very slow and tapering, very slow going up. Not our starting of body. It's a bioreactor, right? It's a continuous stir tank bioreactor. You cannot start it very suddenly. It has its own rule. See, it's a very simple bioreactor of organism. It needs almost 1 hour to start. Slowly increase the temperature, then put the inoculum, pH to be maintained, then temperature to be maintained, pressure should not increase. So this is a very sophisticated bioreactor. Probably one human being is to be prepared or synthesized. It will need all those machines which are available. It will need probably kilometers of machines, right? And this is compacted in a very simple 5 to 6 feet height. Okay, so definitely it is a bioreactor. The biochemical aspect of it is that our hormones, they are at different stage. Lot of hormones we have, and these hormones have almost 70 to 72 combinations across each other, all hormones. So they are to be activated properly in a proper amount. That is another reason. Okay, thank you so much. Very good question. This is a question which always I get. For gaining muscles mass, is doing weightlifting recommended? My request is, if you can do it for for long time without leaving it for even any day, then it's okay. But muscles can be done by different asana. Try to do Vrishchikasana. Try to do the reverse hand pose, and try to have the Sinhadanda. You will get lot of muscle mass. There are asanas which are Kaundinyasana. Try this, and you will get a better muscle mass with the better integrity. If you increase your muscle mass with the gym, you will always in trouble, because muscle mass of particular part will be increased, but the integration may not increase. Say for example, if I lift a dumbbell and I give a support and I just do wrist, my wrist will be good. But what about my elbow? My elbow will not able to sustain to my wrist, right? So my request, do not use any instrument except soil, water and air. Thank you so much, Samarnika. Thank you so much, Shamani. Thank you so much. I think everybody has asked question. Yeah, we have come to the end of question. I think it is almost half an hour we have shoot up. Okay, so sorry for that. A lot of very good question. I'm very enthusiastic to definitely conduct sessions in the morning instead of conducting a session at say 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock when full stomach and relaxed position. But here people are very enthusiastic. I have seen them. So thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
So Raghav, there is a last question which will help, I think, rest of the participants. The last question coming from Sunil sir. You mentioned you have been doing yoga for last 20 years. What inspired you and how did you get into yoga?
Yeah, it's a question I wanted to ignore, but you asked. Basically, I was a heavy gymmer first, previously. You won't believe. Okay, so good bench press and good weights, and I found that every time I go for gym, my weight will actually add up. So probably sometimes we'll show you the photograph, my old photograph probably, and that was a different person. This is a different person. So I reduced the weight with low carb diet, and I found that that is also dangerous. And further, come to know that yoga is the correct thing. Then shifted to epics, and then I found that the yoga is very they thought very deeply in yoga, very deeply. They have very high level of biochemistry they have, which is actually not even established today, right? So there are a number of different biochemistry. I have one session on Bhagavad Gita, the science in Bhagavad Gita, which I have explained this particular thing. This 20 years, there are 2-3 things which I would like to share that will actually everybody can get inspired. First of all, that contribute to different people with their will. Contribute to those without any return. Contribute. Okay, but do not teach yoga to people who don't want, actually, who want all chakna boss. So please stay away from them. Okay, say I'm not the person for this drink and chakna, first of all. So first, when you contribute to somebody, you will actually increase your power. That is a one thing. That is first motivation. In by default you get some delta by default. So it is like you are doing a brokerage. You are getting a brokerage out of it, right? Your own fundamentals will actually sum up. That is the first thing. Second thing, when you get up in the morning, the first thing in your mind should come, today what should I do for health? So do at least something. Sometimes you may swim, sometimes you may jog, sometimes you may do yogasan, sometimes you may do lot of pranayam, sometimes you may do walk. That is the second thing. So every day you should think of that. The third motivation is always that when you do yogasan, consider that you are not tiring yourself. You are actually preparing yourself to gain the energy, to gain the pran. And this was a question actually in level 3 exam. That person said that what you actually achieve in yogasan. So I say I prepare a place so that pran can come inside. So that was the so he said that does mean only 0.5% yoga.
Raju sir, I think. It was Raju sir.
Raju sir, correct. So he asked. So the reason, the thing is that you should, when you do actually yoga, second thing, you should do yourself. That's why your sadhana should be alone, because you are doing it for yourself. The day you do it for other people, you need support. If you do it for yourself, you don't need support. Whether TCS conducts it, whether Wipro conducts it, or whether any software company conducts it, but your own should be there. So you will do it. And believe me, when you do yoga after certain number of hours, those hours are different for different people. People will come to know you are doing yoga. You don't have to tell. If you are eating samosa, people will come to know you are eating samosa. Okay. So there are very simple techniques, but energy cannot be dumped so easily. The yoga gives you energy, and that will actually carry you also. No doubt about it, there are a number of reasons when your will be slowly high. Your a number of reasons, the people will actually come and they say, can you teach me Surya Namaskar? And believe me, that day you thought that today I will not do anything. Better not to do anything. And then somebody will come and say, no, teach me some Surya Namaskar. So that is also one motivation. But definitely what you should always have some prayer to yourself for your own yoga. That please let me do yoga because I would like to be healthy. Okay. So gratitude is also very important. Gratitude gives you a lot of strength. The what you can say, the nuclei of starting is very important, which comes through prayer. Prayer for yourself. Okay. Prayer of your own soul. That is a core that I can say. So that was it, Shubhangi ji. Thank you. Thanks for this question. I ignored it. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, friends. Please advise your suggestions in comment box.